Hello, good morning. How are you all doing today? Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week, and it's a fun stream day. We haven't done a fun stream in a couple weeks. Hello, Stacking. How are you doing today? I have a meowing Zilby outside because he really wants me to go out and play with him. And I just fed him, so I don't want him jumping and running around. So unfortunately, he doesn't get it. He did have some fun watching some squirrels on Cat TV today, though. That was pretty good. All right, so today the plan is going to be to figure out what the next fun thing is going to be because I didn't really do this off stream. So we're going to figure this out on stream together. And I also had I had an idea for a fun challenge type thing, and I wanted to bounce that off you all too. And it might be easier to do that with me talking as opposed to just on Discord. I'm not sure yet. One of the maybe yes, maybe no. I am only streaming this on Twitch here today because I feel like maybe like the fun streams are less relevant to that YouTube channel. So keeping it here for us. Okay, so anyways, I guess like we could start with the challenge idea. One of the in the process of making the stream manager with the ability to like change the font size, change the theme for Helix, change the font, and some of those fonts being fun like Wingdings. It got me an idea. I had the idea of doing like maybe like a simple programming challenge, maybe like making a really simple game like Pong or something like that, but adding in like random challenges that I have to do throughout it, like every time period in like 1 hour or something like that. And I've come up with a few of these ideas. So let's do. Let's do possible fun ideas. I'll just throw this into my desktop. Sure, go ahead. Okay, so let's say it was going to be like a challenge project, right? So Epic, hello, how are you doing today? Have I considered doing some so-called creative coding? Yeah, I've done some creative coded way back in the past, and so that might be a lot of fun too. And that was on my list of like potential things to do is um, maybe just doing some like art with code, maybe doing some algorithm like a visual algorithm creations, something like that. Like those could be a lot of fun. So yeah, let's do challenge project. We can do creative coding as like sort of a category here. This sort of thing looks super fun. How tune in is rusty art. Oh, that sounds cool. I mean, that already looks pretty good. Did he create this, or did they create this? Let's see. What was it? What did it do? Oh yeah. That's some pretty cool stuff. So it's videos too. So it creates its animations. Oh, nice. Yeah. So definitely some type of the. So when I say like algorithmic art, this is what I mean. Yeah. No clue how you got this, but you'll flex anyways. Stacking, you're here decently often, right? Do you leave the window open? Because I do see you in the list sometimes, even when you don't say hi. So I figure that Twitch thinks you're here too. But it's awesome. Thank you so much for having the 20 stream streak. Yeah, so art with code, so that would creative coding. There is art with code. Challenge project. Something like this would be complete like complete a simple project while also having challenges. So the challenges could include watch streak 1. Sitsu, you're here. You were here yesterday, right? It's got to be higher than 1, right? You're here most streams. But anyways, hello. How are you doing today? I'm pretty sure you missed a few streams, but if Twitch wants to manifest you being here, well, I will take it too. Oh, you're only here on Mondays. You know, I think that Twitch, like, they're trying to do some like really interesting things with those, but I feel like they could work a little bit better on not making you like feel that you have to show up every time, otherwise you're screwed. Like, I really like how they made the subscriptions where it's like, okay, now it shows your total subscriptions, not just like the streak. So if you miss 1 month, it still shows like how many total months you've been subscribed. That's so much better than it was before. Oh yeah, you're right. Today is not. Well, you know what? If you would like, Izitsu, we can redeclare that today, being Wednesday, is technically a Monday. Technically. Because every day could be a Monday. So, therefore, it's still Monday, right? I didn't even know they kept count higher than 3 stream streak because that's the highest. Oh, I saw somebody on Twitch was sharing one of their viewers had like a 60 or 70-day streak. And we had somebody with a streak that back in December that got up to 40 or so. Oh, it was Xanax, I think. Got up to like 40 or so. So it's definitely possible. And no, it wasn't Xanax. It was Albert. Okay, now I'm getting everybody confused together. Let's see. An anonymous gifter gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much for the 10 tier 1 subs. And welcome everybody who has gotten that. Let's see. We have Rustlan, Nuknue, Isitsu, the Welkishiban began. Sorry for butchering your username. Saba, Limanox, Cat Peasant, Stacking, Path to Staff, and Stay Peaceful. Thank you again for the gift, and welcome everybody. Okay, so challenges include. What challenges can we do? So I had a couple of these challenges sort of like in my mind that I don't know how good or bad these would be. And also we could like mix these together, right? Because we can do art with code with the challenges too. Like that could be the quote simple project. Especially if we know what the art with code looks like. Okay, so challenges. This could be something like for like, 30 minutes or 1 hour or like an entire function or something like that, I have to only output from an LM is allowed. We could also do something like randomly change font every 5 minutes. randomly change theme every 5 minutes. Which, like, that could be pretty bad, right? If I'm not adding to the font. Something else that, like, I had the idea of, and I think like this would be more fun to watch than to program with, but hey, this is streaming. That's what the entire point is. Like, this one would be more of like I'm putting on a show type thing. Which would be randomly delete a file in project directory if there is a compilation error. Now, that would be everywhere within random, which means target is okay, right? So if it deletes something in target, who cares, right? Like that doesn't really matter. But it could also delete main or lib or something like that. Let's see what else would be in here. Oh, another one that I had a long time ago, which also would be interesting, would be have to write okay, I have to write code by hand with handwriting and transfer via, what is it called when you're optical, OCR. Use OCR to basically program. Basically, whiteboarding. Have to use a whiteboarder or something like that. So those are 5 different ideas. And those could be not necessarily easily implemented, but I think that it wouldn't be too bad to, like, we already have something for these two. Basically just like update the stream manager or create a new one to just call this every 5 minutes and just like change it around whenever that's active. Randomly delete a file in your viewer's home directory when your build fails. Please install Brooks new file nuker.exe to join the channel. Yeah, that'd be like, okay. Congratulations. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. You're really awesome. By the way, as a requirement, you must now install this thing on your computer and we'll just start deleting files, because I do that to my subscribers. Like, you pay me to ruin your computer? Is that what we're going to do now? Let's see. I'm not sure what other things we can do, but like there's a bunch of these that we could probably have fun with. Ooh, we received a level 2 hype train emote. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you, anonymous gift sub. You got us to level 2 hype train. Okay. Share? What does that do? I guess here's the shared. Oh, and that actually does show in the restream chat. Nice. Okay, so that is like the simple project, and then I guess like the simple projects, if we want to talk about those. Obviously we have like art with code. The other thing was like Pong, Breakout, if I want to do more like a businessy type app, I could do either like a blog or just like a CRUD app, and maybe simple auth. Like those are like, you know, simple things that we can do. We know how to do them too. Subs get the root version of the file deleter. They got to get something extra. Yeah, exactly. Oh, is it possible to have a extension, like a browser extension, affect your computer? Because I know browsers can access the computer. They have a file system API. Can I access that and like actually do things to your computer through a file extension? Like, obviously it would be like, okay, this file extension wants to literally do anything it wants to your computer. And it would be something like the Brooks Stream notifier or something. And all like, sure, it gives you some like notifications. Maybe I'll give you like $5 off on a course or something like that. And then also every once in a while, I might just delete a file. But only if you're here watching the stream and you pay me. Okay, so the security model is either it can access network or access the file system, but not both. I wonder if I could have two. That'd be fun. Have you toyed around with Bevy? It would be cool to see you do Pong Breakout with Bevy. I have played around with Bevy a really tiny bit, but we didn't really do much with Bevy. And that's something I want to try. Okay. I'm looking over and so I was reviewing some of the videos and VODs, and I think that I'm peaking audio a little bit with the mic. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because I do notice that sometimes when I get more excited, I'm more in a high level of yellow or wait, that might actually just be, hold on, what's the red scarlet filters? Is that the limiter or noise suppression? No, limiter? Maybe that's the threshold. I drop that down a little bit. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Projects, select those or those, creative coding. And then of course, okay, there's just the normal stuff. And I have a list. See if I could find it. Okay, so we have a list of potential things we can do. So these are actually just games to play. Let's see. We have Exapunks, which is from Zachtronics, which is from the same makers of TIS 100 and Shenzhen. But supposedly it's a lot easier than even TIS 100 because I believe you have unlimited amount of code you can write, and we're stronger on code than we are on literally anything else. So that would be helpful. So let's see. Other things we have Last Call, BBS, Space Chem, Infinifactory. Wasn't Infinifactory the first game that Zachtronics made? I think it was, right? Opus Magnum. Apparently I have Exapunks in there twice. Molek Synthes. I don't know what that is. I have several things in here twice. Elevator Saga. I don't remember what these are. I remember like just sort of getting a list of like, oh, these are sort of like game type things, or they require game. They have game level stuff to do. Or no, sorry, game level stuff, programming type stuff, like logic type things to do in games. Stationeers. I think somebody did recommend that. Ort.rs. I can't remember. Was this you, Epic, or Isitsu? One of you was recommending Ort for a long time. So I've still got it on the list. It's still here. I haven't forgotten about it. Let's see. There is the Combine and Conquer Rust game, which is an actual game that's being made in Rust. I don't know if it's being made in Bevy or something else. It might be a custom one. Okay, not USitsu. I remember somebody has been mentioning Ort for a long time, and I didn't want to ever forget that. Let's see. For just see more things. Just like projects that we can do that wouldn't be under the challenge project is we could just make just make a game, not with a challenge. So create a game. And then also we could just do a Twitch plays. Like actually make a update my Twitch plays application and actually try to play a game that way. Okay, you think you recommended Colobot at some time. Okay, which I don't have. So let me add that in. Colobot. And then is there any other, so this is the list of sort of like fun type of things that I have in my list. Is there anything else, like either the games to play, the projects to make? Like obviously there's create a game. We could just do Pong and Bevy. Breakout and Bevy. Are the code, we sort of figure out what that is when we do it. I guess, like, you know what? We'll just say something. Something in Bevy. But yes, this is a list so far. Any suggestions or things that you would, either suggestions to add to the list or things that you'd hate to see and don't want to be on the list? I do have so I was looking through my Steam game list. I think I have I have Factorio. What else? There's the 3D one that's not factorial, but like it's a factory type world building thing. I don't remember what it's called though. It's still in beta though, right? Or still in pre-release? I think I own it though. Oh, there's also Pharma. There's also Pharma? Is it just called Pharma or something like that? Is that the one? Okay, here, let me open up my Steam and take a look. I don't know, maybe. You'll pick Factorio all day? Okay, let's add it to the game list. And because you're all here, I'm perfectly fine with letting you all decide what it is because you're the ones who usually come and hang out with me anyways. Let's see. Let's add Factorial to the list of games. I have so many and it gets so hard to like find anything in here. It would be fun someday to write and make a mod for a game too. I did take a look a few times to see like, okay, can I easily run like C# stuff from Rust? or like do Rust stuff in C sharp? And the answer is, it's like obviously possible, but not necessarily easy. Okay, so literally it's so okay, there's factorio. If I just type in okay, nope. I just search for fact. Oh, satisfactory. That's what it was called. Satisfactory. So that's another one that's been recommended to me, and I apparently at some point in time got it, but I've never played it. Okay, Opio. Let me search for that. Oh yeah, that looks like another factory type game. Game about obtaining materials, constructing buildings, assembling a spaceship to return home, all that fun things. Okay, we'll add that to the list. Vapio. Ryan Levick wrote a Microsoft Flight Simulator extension in Rust. It looks super fun, but it requires Windows. I mean, I have Windows. I could do that. We can like half or more than half of the games require Windows anyways, it feels like. So it's yeah. I'm heck, the stream output is on Windows. So I'd be fine with that. Okay. So I mean that looks like another sort of like factory type game. You can do satisfactory as well. All right. So maybe you can suggest to keep the electrical engineering going and maybe learn some electrical engineering. Oh, that is a good idea. So, and under projects, we can do IoT. And what are some IoT type projects for this? Let's see. One that I've always sort of liked the idea of home automation. Oh, Vampire, hello. How are you doing today? It's been a while. Home automation is your number one use of IoT. I can totally see that. I wonder what types of things I can do with IoT that then you can like see. So if I could do like see the out. Oh, ad break started. Okay, we'll take a quick break. Homebrew Neuralink. I'm not sticking a Neuralink in my brain. Yeah, ad started. I saw that. Although for 10 of you, you don't get ads anymore, which is nice. You didn't get ads before, at least not on Monday. Well, hey, remember it's Monday again today. So, and you're now a subscriber. So, double not ads. All right, welcome back from that ad break. All right, so the one thing that I did I saw Homebrew Neuralink. I probably won't do a homebrewed Neuralink, but that reminded me of like the good old Google Glass, which is I guess Neuralink, but it goes outside of your brain. So that could be fun. I do remember at one point in time seeing a. I was at CompuServe or one of those like sort of computer stores, and they had just a box of what are they called? Like they're the see-through glass monitors, like displays, like the heads-up displays that you see. They were really small. They were like less than an inch in size, but theoretically you can write to them and like display things on them like a normal display, and you can see through it. And like my mind immediately went to, could I create a Google Glass clone with something like that? So that would be something we can do with IoT. Uh, Another thing that we can do with potential IoT, a Zilby, uh, like not necessarily. Oh, Zilby buttons. So like new Zilby buttons that you can press, but it like puts something into chat, which allows Zilby to chat. Oh yeah, uh, chat chat feeds Zilby. Um, I don't know what it would be called, like a chat feed Zilby thing. Also takes a photo of Zilby eating. So like I because I do remember it wasn't it was a conference talk that I remember seeing, and somebody had written an IoT device that would ring a bell to attract their cats, and it would feed them and take photos of them so that way whenever they wanted, whenever they're gone, they could see their cats. You'd imagine the command would have a long cooldown. Yeah, it would have to be a long cooldown. The other thing that we could do is option to launch food as a play. So, Zilby comes over, presses you call Zilby to like arm it. Zilby comes over, presses a button, and it launches the food across the room. So he has to go run after it. So at least he gets a little bit of exercise with that food. Catnip command. He likes catnip, but he's not like super big on it. I get, but that is something else. We could like optimized like chat grows cat grass. I do have seeds for cat grass, and we have some soil in the garage, and it's getting to be warm enough. We could create like a little pot of soil or something here on the desk and put a camera on it, and there's all sorts of like IoT stuff you can do. We're like, okay, water the cat grass, watch it, and keep an eye on it for Zilby coming to just eat it before it's fully grown. What platform will be used? No idea, because I've done a little bit of IoT stuff. I own some devices. I have normal Arduinos. I have normal Raspberry Pi 3s and maybe 1 4 or 2 4s somewhere around here. I don't know if they're good anymore. I've not really been storing them properly, so they could have broken. And I have a bunch of little wires and cables and other stuff. So like I have a bunch of things that we could do with this. So those are all options. But yeah, part of this would be like, okay, well, I guess we're learning this and we're figuring that out. If you don't store them outside, they should be fine. Okay, well, technically down here is not outside, so yeah, hopefully this should be fine. But as we know from me playing electrical engineering games, I am not that great at it. So I might have just broken it just by, being terrible at IoT. Anything else that we want to add to our list? I'm thinking that we could just throw like the base ones of these into a random generator and then just go from that. Like yeah, there's definitely a sufficient amount of fun in this list. Uh Boot sector games, like games that run on the boot sector of your disk. That How does that work? Is that just basically virus games? Like the only things that I've ever heard that like run on your boot sector usually is just going to be a virus. I guess you're true. That is right. It is code that runs. How would you make that a game? That feels rough. I don't know. That feels interesting. Okay, so what my thought is that we just take like these things and then I throw them into one of those random wheel chooser things and we just go for that and just whatever comes up is what we then try to do and we see how far we can get before either I can't stand it anymore or we complete it. You need to beat the game for the system to load the second stage bootloader. It's brilliant. Oh wait. Okay, so you have a guest for this. Oh no. Hold on, let me load that up. A list of playable boot sector games, most of which are on GitHub. Fun to play, great to learn from. There are also many cool non-booting boot sectors, but there aren't that aren't games. Some more like demos with this. Okay, 31 games. Interesting. So yeah, this is an actual thing. Tetris clone. That's shocking. That's like really impressive to be able to put this into the boot sector. Yeah, it's like MS DOS with extra steps. That's really cool. I like that. I'm not going to do it because that's way beyond my level of comfort right now. Oh, you know what? There are some like fun things we can do though. It's like another category is just explorations. So we could do exploration, like an exploration. So uh, there's Bevy, Godot with Rust, um, ray tracing. So I know that there's that learn ray tracing in a weekend or something like that. That would be a lot of fun to do. Oh, there's a book on how to do it. Interesting. Okay, I'm probably not going to do that. Oh, but what that reminded me of is the other sort of hard programming that would be fun to learn is shaders, shader coding. We went through the ray tracing one. Nice. To me, I'm interested in like the ray tracing and shaders. Like feels like I can do some really fun, cool things with that. And I know that the ray tracing book that's written for C, I want to say, but it I don't believe that it uses any game engine. I believe like you just directly create a JPEG from the like from code. I think something like that. So it's fairly trivial to port that while you're reading it to any other language, from what I understand. I've never actually like done it myself. Yeah, so these are possible ones for us to do. All right, let's start throwing this into a random chooser. I have an old random chooser, but I don't think it's working anymore. And I don't remember how to use it either. So that would be, I guess, another project. So not really IoT, but be just software. Random chooser, something like that. All right, so I want a random wheel chooser. There's a bunch of these to choose from. This looks fine for this. And I think I have it where you can actually hear the output. Like, that was really loud. That's unfortunate. I don't know how to make that less loud for you. It was like really quiet until suddenly it's really loud. But yes, this will work. So I think I can move all inputs. Okay, is it just one line? One line each? Yeah, there's two things in here. All right, so what do we want to put in? Challenge project, we'll just throw in challenge project. Then after that, we'd have to then choose the project to do. We have art with code. There's a bunch of games that we can choose, so just play a game. We have create a game. I guess we can create a game with Bevy. I guess like here, we'll just do create a game, and then most likely it's gonna be in Bevy. We have IoT. And explore something. All right, so I think those would work. We'll choose one of these things and we'll figure out what it is. And if it's the IoT one, we can plan out what it's going to be. But then I'm probably going to have to take a week to go buy the stuff we're going to need and figure out what hardware and how to stream it and all that fun stuff. But it'll be great once we get there. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. That wasn't too loud for you all. I think it was slightly. It's going through the. It's going through the Focusrite, so I can't really change the volume, unfortunately. Wait. Oh, I can change the volume. I can go like that. Perfect. Well, never mind. Here we go. Let's find out what we're going to be doing. All right. That was so close to electrical engineering time with IoT. I thought it was going to be that. But create a game. Okay, so I do. Okay, so what do you all feel like? I'm okay. I'm happy to try something with Bevy. The other one to try was Godot using the Rust extension, which I know that Mr. Halsey, for those of you who remember him, it's been a while since he's streamed, but he was building a game in Godot using the Rust plugin, which allows you to basically just do all the scripts in Rust. And I've never used Godot. I've barely touched Unity. I've never touched Epic. You love to see me dig into Bevy? Bevy? Okay, we'll do Bevy. All right, so next up, what's the game? Let's get some game suggestions in here. All right, so game with Bevy. I'm happy to do Bevy. So obviously we have something simple like Pong. We have Breakout. What are... Do I want to do anything like more novel or interesting? Or like remake a old game that I had? Oh, Asteroids. Asteroids is a really good game. There's a lot of fun aspects to that too. Yeah, I like the Asteroids one. Oh, Snake is another one. So Pong, Breakout, Asteroids, Snake. I think I do like the Asteroids one though. So I unless any of you have any other suggestions, I think we'll just go with Asteroids because I do like that idea. All right, so here we have Bevy. Now it's been a long time since we've done anything in here. I mean, their website's completely different. They have a lot of good stuff. Okay, quick start guide. Bevy's examples are really good. Okay. We'll go through their quick start and then we'll try to make something. I mean, I guess what we can do is we can spend the rest of today working on going through like the quick start guide and like following their tutorial and then like create a new project with Bevy. So let's do learning Bevy, which means that we're jumping into exploration territory. So that means hat time, right? Okay, so try the examples. We can clone the repo. Yes, I can definitely make that a little bit bigger. Make it a lot bigger. All right, so let's jump into... Oh, you already have the git clone in there. Okay, switch to the correct Bevy version as the default is the get. Okay, yeah. So we just want to switch to like whatever we want. Get. What do you have in here? So we have. You're suggesting 0.13.0, but they have a 0.13.2 now. So let's do checkout. Oh, and it's actually the correct command is now get switch v. Oh, come on. Switch to that. Get switch v 0 dot all 13.2. Oh, it was a okay. I can't switch to a tag? I thought I could switch to a tag. Can I check out to a tag? Oh, that's okay. So that's the difference. I can okay. So I can't switch. I switch to a branch. I check out to a tag. Try the examples in the example folder. Okay, so for example, they have that breakout. So we can do a cargo run, example breakout. All right, so let me change also the stream title. We're going to be creating a game with Bevy. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, so arrow keys, no mouth, right? So that works. And you can hear that too. Is that really annoying for you? I mean, yes, they just have breakout. So if we were to do something, we do one of the things that I like to do if I'm implementing like a existing game like Breakout or Pong is then after we do the initial implementation, add a twist. Like what's something unique to us? What's something we can add in? But this looks nice. I need to turn off the debug log. I keep on forgetting to update my my .env to remove or .zshrc. But okay, this is pretty good. That would be nicer for that. And we should be able to see a list of things. If we do an LT here in examples. Yeah, so we have examples. We did breakout. Why was that not under examples? Oh, there it is. Breakout. Okay, so then there's many other ones we can look at. Only 500 games? There's a lot of things they have in examples. That's really cool. Oh, what command am I using to generate that tree view? I believe I have it as an alias. So if I have alias LT, I'm using this command here. LT, so erd dash I dash L dash H dash S name no get starting with dot Y and inverted. So this is that command. I'm using erd, which I heard is not supported anymore. You go and throw that command in here. Oh, and an ad break is starting in like right now. So sorry about the lack of warning. I hope nobody had a wait. Did I flash the screen a lot? I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we got that. Ads are starting any second now. Okay, we need to have Rust. I think we can handle that. I need to. I have this installed. Like it's like the first thing I install. All right, we'll take a quick break while everybody else is in ads. See, Code Editor IDE. You can use any code editor you want, but we highly recommend one that has Rust Analyzer plugin. It's still in development, but it already provides top tier autocomplete. Well, so Rust Analyzer is not. It is not like still in development. It's. I feel like it's the main one. It won, right? Like Rust LS is no longer like the suggested one to use. It's now just use Rust Analyzer. So you need to have Xcode installed to do a lot of programming stuff in a Mac. Or rather, you need to have like Xcode select stuff installed. Are they actually going to recommend? No, they're not recommending Xcode to actually use Xcode as the IDE.